Well, it's Gonzalo from the Cartelera in Spain. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Fine, thank you. So nice to meet you, man. Well, let's go with my first question because Nate is probably the character that has changed the most, especially in the most dramatic way in the show. So, is he a true villain right now?
I think a lot of his behavior, his recent behavior, particularly the latter half of season two, I think he has been making some quite villainous decisions. I mean, I feel like, is he a true villain? I mean, I think every villain has their origin story, and I think Nate is no exception. A lot of his behavior comes off, stems from insecurities, like deep-seated insecurities that we've seen right from the start, from season one, and which ultimately, likely stem back to his relationship with his dad. And so, if he is the villain that he's kind of been painted to be, made out to be, then then there's still quite a lot of unpacking to do to see, well, why has he become this person, and can he find his way back, basically. And I'm not pushing any answers towards that. I think that'll be up to the audience to decide whether he's truly forgiven. If not, I mean, we can't erase history. He has done what he's done, and he has possibly done the most ultimate act of betrayal in terms of stabbing Ted in the back and leaking that information to the press, and then ultimately leaving Richmond and joining West Ham, the rival team. So I think for some people, yeah, he is a true villain, and there'll be no going back.
Mhm. And can someone like him earn forgiveness?
Well, obviously, I can't kind of give too much away in terms of where season three takes us, but it's no surprise that obviously season three does explore that, because we pick up where we left off with Nate having made this decision for better or worse to leave Richmond and join West Ham. And a lot of the players are going to be hating on him for that at AFC Richmond. A lot of the fans are as well. I think whether he can be truly forgiven, it's up to the individual to sort of make up their mind. I feel like, I think it is such an individual thing to decide whether someone is truly forgiven or not. It's such a personal thing. So for some people, he will have absolutely overstepped the mark already.
Okay. Well, my next question is, did you take some real inspiration for the new Nate, and why Jose Mourinho?
Well, I mean, the Jose Mourinho thing was maybe a little bit with the hair, the hair color change, and he's quite a character in terms of the world of football coaching and so on. But I think that's possibly where the similarities end with Nate and him. I feel like there's a lot of unpacking to do in terms of Nate's character, and why he is like he is, and why he did what he did. Which I can't pinpoint to a particular real life analog. And so yeah, it's funny, Nate, though, because because I'm not personally like a big football fan, so I had so many questions of the writers and the creators of the show in terms of how they sort of saw Nate, and why they sort of wrote the story out the way that they did, and very much asked the same question: was it based on something that was kind of real? But no, I think it was an amalgamation of lots of different things. But it's fun to play because it's not always the case that you're a supporting role in a show, that you get to go on a journey in the first place. Often you're there for the major players to kind of go on their journeys, and you kind of represent more of a constant in their lives. Whereas I mean, not just with Nate, with so many of the other cast in Ted Lasso. Going on a journey is an absolute dream, because you have this sort of time to explore your character and sort of see where it's headed. And particularly with Nate, it was such an unpredictable journey, I think.
I agree with you indeed. Well, they are telling me that it's a wrap. It's been so nice meeting you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, hello. Well, it's Gonzalo from Cartelera in Spain. How are you?
I'm good, Gonzalo. How are you?
Fine, thank you. It's so nice to meet you.
And yourself?
Well, my first question is about your character, because I would like to know, how did you manage to be at the same time so respectful and and serious, but at the same time so adorable and so funny?
Well, thank you. Gosh, I don't know. Like we know so little about Beard. We know his loyalty, and we know that that when they're alone, him and Ted are just a couple little girls. But so much of Beard is a blank canvas. People can kind of put on him what they want to see, and I'm touched that you see such positive things. So thank you.
Yeah, I know, because those like robotic reactions that he sometimes has, they are amazing. They're one of my favorite parts of the show.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Well, in season 2, you had one episode which, in my opinion, it was one of the best of the show in general. So I don't know if we can expect something similar in the new season, or Bert will be again the sidekick of Ted, and that's all.
You mean the Beard episode from season 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Gonzalo, no spoilers, but I can tell you we will never do that again. We were backed against the wall. We had to come up with something. Fuck it. Beard goes out and almost dies. How about that? That sounds hilarious. But we really had to protect how little we know about Beard. So that was 100% just a one-off, and not something that we will repeat. Plus, it hurts my old man feet to do all that running. I can't do that anymore. It's no.
Okay, amazing. Well, in this season, Nate has gone to West Ham.
Mhm.
So Richmond has been promoted. How will the team adapt to this new situation?
Well, that's what the season's all about. Ted made a promise at the end of season 1 that if they ever got back up, he was going to try to win the whole fucking thing, and he doesn't make promises lightly. So now he has to try to back up that claim. The question is, are the current group of players are they enough, or do we need to mix things up? But yeah, that'll be the football journey. And of course, on our show, it's never about the football. The football is always parallel to all the apologizing. But I can tell you there's more football in this season than there has been in any other season.
Amazing. Well, now I have to ask you this, but is this the end, or you will be back?
No, I think we have like 30 seconds left. Oh, of the show. We don't know. We don't quite know yet. We're gonna try to enjoy this, see how it gets out there. But at the very least, we're taking a break. We're gonna take a break because this has been a full-on Ted Lasso life for the last 4 years. So we're gonna take a little break. We're gonna see if there is still water at the beaches. It's been a while since we've been to any of those. We'll see if there's still snow in the mountains. We'll see if our children still live with us. All these things, and then we'll figure out what happens next.
Mm-hmm. Did you expect something like that? Because Ted Lasso has become such an enormous global phenomenon. Did you expect something like that when you first started, or this has gone out of your mind?
Oh yeah, none of this has been a surprise. No, all we wanted to do was make a fun show that we liked, and it was going out on a streaming service that didn't fucking exist, So for it to even be seen by so many people was already amazing, but the reaction is just shocking. It's humbling. We're very, very grateful for it, and I'm very cognizant that I'll certainly never get to do anything like this ever again. So, enjoying every second while we can.
Amazing. They are telling me that it's a wrap. So again, it's been so nice to meet you. Thank you very much.
A la de 3, 1, 2, 3. ¡Comisos quiero un montón! ¡Buen trabajo! ¡Wow! Roy Ken ha dicho buen trabajo.